What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So the other day I was watching Dumb Down Law. It's a good channel here on YouTube. Look them up. Dumb Down Law is an attorney, and he's John Bravo's attorney actually. But he puts out a lot of good stuff, and he's been putting out stuff on the recent filings, the newest updates when it comes to Wes Watson and his civil trial, civil matter that he's dealing with, right? Go over there and check out the newest video he did. I watched the majority of the video, and I wanted to give my 2 cents. Now, obviously, he's an attorney. He knows Florida law. I don't. While I was incarcerated for over 24 years, I did take paralegal studies. I got a certificate in paralegal studies, as well as civil litigation and personal injury tort law. I'm nowhere near as educated as Dumb Down Law is. I don't know Florida law. I know over here in California and some federal stuff, but the filings that Wes's attorney did, I mean, obviously they have to do whatever they can, right? But it's just, you know, like, so they're trying to say Wes himself. And remember, this is all public record. People can go look this up. Wes himself said that he believed a gangster was coming to get him. And then they listed the guy as like 6'7" and 200 and something pounds, and you know. But they can't get around the fact that when Wes was still here in California, he was telling people what gym he worked out at and pull up if you want to. Then he left for a reason. He left. He went to Florida. While he was in Florida, he was always put Elevation Gym. We knew about Elevation Gym, right? We knew about it because he was putting it out there. Not only did he say you can pull up, he said if you think that something's going to happen, somebody's going to jump in, meet me outside when I'm on my way to my car. You know, when you flash money in cars and you brag about being a multimillionaire and you send out your address and an invite, there are some people that are going to say, damn, this dude's got millions. If I can get in a fight with this guy, I can sue him. And I think that's what happened here. Because when we look at the incident and the victim, the plaintiff in this civil matter, he walked in, he set up his phone to record the whole thing. He pushed Wes Watson in the least threatening way I've ever seen anyone get pushed. Like, he pushed his hands forward and went back himself. Like, it was actually very, very unmasculine the way that push went down. Right? And Wes initially looked like he wanted to walk away. He actually should have. That wouldn't have been cowardice. It's bad for his image because of his big mouth, but it would have avoided all the stuff that he's got going on now. You don't ever hear of millionaires fighting millionaires, right? People that have money don't do shit like that. That's ghetto thinking. That's ghetto problem solving. Okay? But there are some very, very serious issues, hurdles that Wes is going to have to try to overcome. And they're all right there on tape. They're in video. They're in audio. Wes used the N-word as he struck the plaintiff with the weight belt. Wes is using the stand your ground law. He has to, right? But stand your ground doesn't allow for disproportionate use of force. Alleviate the threat and get the fuck out of there, right? People are going to say, well, he didn't have to. It's stand your ground. True story. But you hear the dude over and over and over screaming, all right, all right. It's hard to understand what he's saying, but he's yelling, all right, all right, all right. The fight was over. The fight was beat out of him already. Any strikes landed after that point are what are going to hurt that guy. I've said it over and over. I don't wish jail upon Wes. I don't. Especially the way he's going right now. I mean, he's really, really spiraling out of control. And I think a prison term in Florida is going to be horrendous for him. I believe that California has the most treacherous prison system, but there are things that are allowed to happen in Florida that aren't allowed to happen over here. And I think Wes, because he has told so many lies about every single place he went, they made him the shot caller. He's made himself out to be the super convict from California. And he's out there in another state. Street dudes in all the other states, they don't really like California cats. Especially California dudes that go into their cities and act like they're the shit. That nobody else in that city can fuck with them. As we saw from the fight, the actual footage, Wes doesn't know how to throw a punch or a kick. He's not a fighter. He's a good shit talker. He's a con man, a carnival salesman, right? Car salesman, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. But I can't get over the fact that Wes allowed this civil trial or this civil litigation to begin before his criminal trial, man. Nothing good is going to come out of this civil litigation, out of these depositions. It's going to be very harmful to his criminal case. From my understanding, the attorney that he hired for his criminal case is top notch. He's a bad dude. But you know, a lot of lawyers, they don't want to take a loser, especially a high-profile loser. And there are a lot of people that are watching, waiting to see what happens to Wes. Again, man, solving disagreements with violence, that's ghetto behavior, man. That's ghetto problem solving. It's 2026. We got to do better. This criminal trial, that's what I'm really waiting to see. I know it's not big enough. I know Wes thinks he's big enough, but I know it's not big enough for them to go live because he's not a star. He's just a con man on the internet, right? But that's one I really would have tuned in on. So again, go check out Dumb Down Law. Listen to what he has to say. And I guess let's just see what happens next, man. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.